Jarvis, what would be the biggest difference in your life if we got Freaky Friday?
The biggest difference in my life?
Yeah.
Shoot. White privilege?
That's your intro.
But I mean, I think that also happens in the movie.
That did happen in the movie, yeah.
So I'm the Aziz to your Seth
Yeah.
Rogen.
What were their names? It was Arj and... I'll find it.
You do that. I'll do the intro, guys.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's Full Time Movie Fans. Welcome back. Hope you're ready to have a good time because we are reviewing, as you well know, the movie Good Fortune. What an interesting...
His name's
idea.
Jeff. His name, Jeff.
Jeff. We're reviewing Good Fortune with quite a fun cast, I would say. We've got Keke Palmer, which put her on the list.
She was already on the list.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Aziz Ansari, Seth Rogen, Keanu Reeves,
Sandra Oh.
Sandra Oh, yes. It's an extremely fun cast, I think.
Yeah,
You know that they had a good time on this movie set.
for sure.
So, but yeah, this is Full Time Movie Fans. I'm your host with a fresh haircut. You can call me Jarvis.
I'm getting more and more tired the weeks pass. I don't think that's going to change.
Yeah, and it's only going to get worse for you. And this is other host.
Who's still doing it despite everything.
Yeah, he hasn't thrown in the towel yet, guys.
I refuse to.
Yeah, so
No towel thrown in here.
no towels being thrown.
People are giving this a 6.6 just to jump straight out of the gate. It's got a 6.6 out of 10 and a 69 out of 100. That's what the preview reviews are because it's not out yet, right?
Yeah, guys, at the time of this recording,
Yeah, we've
the
seen
movie
our
is still
first
not out.
preview.
Yeah, the movie
is
is still
kinda
not
cool.
out yet for another week.
Should I tell them how we stumbled our way into an
Early
early release?
Sure, why not?
Yeah, so I own an establishment that's a part of a large community, and somebody sent an email that said, "Hey, do you want to see this movie like 3 weeks before it comes out? 2 weeks before it comes out? Something like that?"
Yeah.
And I said yes. And then my wife didn't want to go, so Jarvis came,
Yeah.
which was a good choice because now we can do this.
Yeah. It's a rare occasion that we get to see a movie together. And this
Yeah,
one
it
we did.
releases this Friday, which for you guys will be last Friday.
Yeah, because this is coming out.
Because
on
Jarvis
Monday.
wants to do the other one that we're talking about this week.
Because we can't put this one out there this week.
Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah. He's correct. It'd be in bad taste
has to be next
because I'm gonna be telling you the entire plot of the movie
Yeah.
as it comes out.
Yeah, spoilers. This is
So-
spoilers for this one and all of
Yeah.
our reviews.
But so that Jarvis can take a small clip and put it on YouTube Shorts right now and tell you guys whether or not you should go see the movie, I'm going to say yes, but don't expect an Oscar award winner. Expect to have a good time and feel like you've been heard.
Yeah, there's movies for all occasions, I think. For
Yeah.
all types of situations. This one is definitely just to go have fun, turn your brain off.
Yeah.
And you might be surprised at the depth of what they're talking about, but for the most part it's just a fun
It's just a fun movie.
with
There's
fun
nothing-
characters.
Nothing too crazy going on.
No,
well,
you're gonna laugh.
no, yeah, it's nothing too crazy. It's
gonna
like
laugh.
Freaky Friday light.
Yeah.
They don't have body swap, but they have life swap,
Yeah.
which is different from the HGTV show Wife Swap, because neither of them are married in this movie.
True. So first impressions.
Go for it.
This is one where our first impressions happened
Yeah,
at
they're the same.
exact same time. One of the few times we can both say that I was there for your first impression of this movie.
Yeah. And they did a good job. In fact, while Jarvis talks, I'm going to grab the little trinkets we got.
Oh yeah. Go show them off. Yeah, first impressions. I mean, it's starting from the Oh, nice. Very, very covert. But seeing the trailers, I was very intrigued by Keanu Reeves being being an angel. He has he has the cutest little angel wings that you've ever seen.
I will say you do get clickbaited a little bit by the first trailer, because the first trailer makes it feel like it's a movie about the guardian angel.
Yeah,
it's not. He's just kind of there. He's like a secondary character that drives the plot.
Yes,
but he's not. It's not about him.
Yeah. He kind of sets the scene, the setting. Yeah, his choices.
He is
set the movie. Yeah,
like by definition the B story.
Yeah. He's the plot device.
In all term of the B plot.
Yes,
that's him.
So, but it's so fun because it's Keanu Reeves, and I think he plays the character very well.
This is the one you got. You can show it off.
Naive. No, I think I had the wings.
Oh, you did. You did.
No, but that's okay. I gave them to you though.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
we're showing off the ones we got. No, closer to you. Closer to you. There you go. We got little pins, and I got this one that has a fortune cookie, which, spoilers, has absolutely nothing to do with the movie.
Yeah, there's no fortune cookies anywhere.
It's not even a Chinese restaurant.
No, there's not. But there are some angel wings, and this says I don't know if you can see it. It says "Need a miracle?" ? And the answer is absolutely.
Yeah, I think all of us actually.
I feel like I've been jeked.
I can name like 6.
Yeah, I know. Give me a dozen. Give me a baker's dozen miracles, because I feel like I've been
how many
had a few in a long time.
How many hard times do I have to get punched onto my card to cash in one miracle?
Yeah, exactly. I think I'm overdue. I feel like I have a few non-cashed in punch cards that are filled up.
Yeah, just waiting for it.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Yeah. So, but first impressions. It's I definitely was intrigued by the trailer. And I was like, okay, yeah, this is one that I want to see. Because I remember when you told me, hey, do you want to go see this movie? I was like, what's this movie again? And then once I saw the trailer again, I was like, oh, yeah, absolutely. I was going to go see this anyways on my own. And so first impressions, man, Keanu Reeves is such a little cutie pie with his little cutie wings. He, like most of us, is just really on autopilot during his job. He doesn't. He definitely doesn't like his job or want to do it anymore. I think we can all.
He wants higher purpose.
Yeah, he does. He thinks that he can handle something. that is of a higher purpose, which we find out. Well, maybe not. And I think that's also very true for a lot of us.
I've been saying for a while.
I can handle a lot more responsibility.
I've been saying for a while. Look, there's a reason why they're called leaders and followers.
Yeah.
And there's reason for that.
Yeah. Yeah, Keanu Reeves' character is he likes the idea of a higher calling, but I think he kind of
functionally does not work with it.
He realizes that he's going to be in the weeds. So when he tries to take that upon himself to do that. But anyways, it's fun because we have Aziz. He's a comedian. Mm-hmm. He's an actor. He's a comedic actor.
Mm-hmm. Some would say.
Very good. Yeah, I don't think he's the jokey type, though, always cracking a joke. He's just the situationally funny guy.
He also wrote and directed the movie.
Yeah, which is great because he also had a show that only lasted 1 season or 2 seasons or something. 1 season. Mm. Yeah, and it was actually really good. I really wish they would bring that back. But anyways, I digress. Seth Rogen, obviously he's hilarious as well. Keke Palmer's always great. And it's a great story about, it's just very relevant right now. Everybody's
It should got 3 seasons. It's pretty good. Master of None?
Yeah, Master of None. That's right. Oh, yeah, he did have.
Yeah, it was 3
but
seasons.
There should have been more seasons, I think. Okay. It was very good. Master of None by Aziz Ansari. Written and directed. And so, but yeah, I definitely, we talked about it at the end because we catch some of the nuanced stuff. It's like that you could take this movie two different ways. And I don't know, I think you're leaning more towards one than I am, but I definitely was like, I kind of feel like you could take it this way, and you were like, yeah, that's how it feels.
For sure.
But it's funny. Dude, I laughed so much.
What's the way you took it?
Yeah, I laughed so much. And you know what, for me, I don't know how you are, but like some people laugh easily. I feel like I do not. I feel like I laugh if something's funny. And like if I'm by myself and I'm watching something and I don't laugh, then I'm just kind of like, oh, like I can register it, but if I don't audibly laugh, then I'm just kind of like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
that was good. But like I audibly laughed a lot in this one. Yeah, I had such a great time. It was very enjoyable. I got to see it with you, with my full-time movie fan.
That bumps it
buddy.
up a point.
Yeah, definitely gives it extra.
You got a
Makes it
pizza.
extra good.
I got a Philly cheesesteak.
Yeah, you sure did.
I showed up 5 minutes late
Yeah,
because I read the email wrong.
yeah. And I was.
We're getting
early.
into my first impression now.
Yeah, let's get it. Yeah, let's. So you got in your car and then you realized, oh shoot, I'm gonna be late.
I quite
And Jarvis is
literally,
there.
I quite literally got in the car and I went, "Oh, I should probably know where to go when I get there." And I pulled up the email and it said, because I was like, "Okay, I'll leave at 6. I'll get there 6:30. It won't start till 7 because that's how movies work." And it didn't. It didn't start till 7. And then I look on the email and it goes, "Hey, be here by 6:30, or you might not have a seat." Basically, is what it said.
Yeah, because they were basically letting the early.
Yeah, they're letting people who were invited.
Yeah, who were
and
invited
then
specifically.
They were going to
in.
let anybody else who
Yeah,
wanted
and then
it.
there were
in.
other people who, yeah, exactly. They were like, okay, after this 6:30, it's all fair game. Like,
Yeah. Lucky for me, Jarvis got there first and was like, "Hey, the other guy's not here yet, but he's almost here."
and I positioned myself in such a way,
Yeah,
'cause
that
there were
nobody
3
would want to
seats.
sit next to you.
Exactly. I sat right in the
So-
middle, so I was like, well, if there's a one-off, they'll choose one of either side, and the other side will be open.
Yeah.
And so
So it was very
worked
smart
out.
on his end. I showed up like on the dot 6:30, walked inside, everything was fine.
Yeah.
They were like, "Oh yeah, here's your wristband." Got my little pin, which was the fortune cookie, which still makes no sense in regards to this movie. I think that they probably just got pins made, and this was like one of the options.
Without knowing what's on the actual fortune in that cookie, you can't say that it's good fortune.
That's true. Yeah, I've
know,
had
mine
some
just has
fortune
a
cookies
question.
that are like, "Hey, do better."
Yeah, and mine just has a question. Need a miracle? Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and yours makes more sense.
Yeah, and there's little angel wings, and that's
Little
kind of
angel wings.
not as cute as Keanu's movie wings, but
No, those were, and they got taken away.
oh man, look at you spoiling it before.
Oh no!
get into the plot.
The whole plot device.
Look, now they're gonna tune out. They're not gonna watch the rest of it. They're like, oh wow, I already know what happens.
Well, tune back in because I'm here to
tune
tell
back in.
you that the Santikos Palladium Theater has a good Philly cheesesteak. I told Jarvis that I feel like if people are trying to make a good Philly cheesesteak, they've already lost because it needs to be a weird, spongy, half-toasted bun with some sloppy meat and a little too melted cheese. And peppers and onions if you're into that. And who puts mushrooms on them? That's bad. That was one of the options.
And I told you I would take mushrooms because I love mushrooms. But I agree that's maybe
On a Philly
most
cheesesteak,
people
it's a
would
little
say
weird.
no.
The peppers and onions is a standard that I just don't do.
Yeah.
Then I'm weird for that. That's fine. Anyways, great Philly cheesesteak. And the movie was silly, and the whole message was supposed. I mean, it was a nice little twist on like a Freaky Friday and It's a Wonderful Life.
It's very much just
Where it's like
hey, walk
the
a
life
mile
that
in
I have is good enough, but the whole point of this one was like, no, dude, my life sucks. This life is objectively better,
yeah.
and that's kind of the point of the movie. Which I'll be honest, did not have a very satisfying end for me, but we'll get to that.
Yeah, we'll get to it.
I think overall, I agree that it's a fun movie. Don't take it too seriously.
Yeah,
it's
a
good time.
You'll have a great time.
You'll definitely have a great time if you just don't take it too seriously. I don't think Keanu Reeves is the best choice for the Angel, but he was the choice, and that's fine.
Who would you have cast then for that? I felt like he played a good, like naive, like simple.
I don't know.
Simpleton.
I think that probably a younger actor that does comedy stuff. But if you wanted to, actually, unironically, I'm going to take back what I just said, and I'm going to say Jack Black. And if I could get more specific, Jack Black like 20 years ago.
Yeah, just get him in the time machine. Bring him to the present.
Do you see what I'm
Put him in
saying?
the movie.
Someone that's got like a little bit more range that fits with the comedic vibe. I think the funny thing about Keanu Reeves in this movie is how earnestly just Keanu Reeves he is.
Yeah.
And I don't
Which
think he
is
was
what- this is what I
trying
liked
to
about
be
it.
funny. I think that was just what was happening.
Which to me, I enjoyed it.
Yeah,
I
it
found that
is. It is fine.
endearing. I'm like,
And during like the second half of the movie, it works great.
so you wanted more of like a Nacho Libre Jack Black.
I wanted more of like somebody that plays off of the vibe that was already being set up well. Instead, we had like a jarring. This guy's definitely very different from everybody else, which is fine. It worked fine, especially and this same thing can be said for the other movie that we're talking about today. But the first part of it, I was taken out of it a little bit, and then as soon as the second act starts, I'm like, yeah, fuck it, we're having a good time.
Yeah,
That's my long and short of it.
I think it's about expectations too. Like if you go in just expecting to, turn your brain off and just have a good time and be entertained, you'll enjoy it more.
I had nothing going in on this except for the one trailer that I'm sure you also saw.
Yeah.
And after that, I was like, yeah, whatever happens.
In a little way, it kind of felt like the Marvels when we saw that because we did.
Oh,
see
in
that as well.
and just the kind of fun time it was.
Just have a good time, and you will. And it's if you're wanting it to be an extremely serious like Oscar contender.
Yeah, you're not going to get that.
You're not going to have a good time.
You're not going to get that. You already lost.
Yeah.
Same with the Philly cheesesteak. You try to make a really good Philly cheesesteak.
Yeah, you're getting a Philly
You already
cheesesteak from
lose.
a theater. If you're expecting it to be like a cheesesteak from Philly, then
Yeah.
you're going to be disappointed. But
You
if
have
you're hungry,
you have Aziz Ansari writing, directing, and acting in it. Like, it's not going to be an Oscar winner. Most Oscar winners don't have the same writer and director and main actor. What is this? The 1950s?
I think it's more like Aziz not sorry that this movie is actually kind of great. I don't know.
It's not an Oscar contender. It was good though. I was like, I'm not gonna sit here and say it was bad.
I'm gonna see it again in theaters.
Yeah.
That's a little,
In Louisiana,
spoiler
no less.
to the end of what how I feel about it, but
Yeah. So the plot to this movie.
But again, our first impression, we got to have it together.
Yeah.
With this one,
Very
early,
rare.
before everybody else.
Very rare. It's extra rare that we got to see it before anybody else.
Yeah, because
It's kind of fun.
Literally last.
That's honestly the best part of it. That was the most fun.
Yeah.
Is walking out of the theater
Is that
going,
we just
"Ooh,
know-
we just saw something no one's gonna see for a couple weeks."
Yeah.
So
But
that's
then
always
there's
fun.
people who have seen it before us too, and I'm sure they feel, man, even the early viewers haven't seen it yet. You know what I mean? There's always
Yeah.
someone who's seen it before us. The actors were acting in it, so they already know
Yeah.
what's going on.
Well, funny you say that. Most actors don't entirely understand how the story is put
Yeah, the
together
final
until
product
after
is
it's
gonna
done.
look- Some don't even watch their stuff,
Right. So it's more fun that way.
I guess.
Especially when you're
I'm not
acting in front of a green screen the entire time, but that's not how this one happened.
No, I think it was all practical.
Mostly practical.
Except for the wings were practical. I think
The
They
wings were
actual,
practical,
Actual
yeah.
props. They weren't CGI.
So we got the plot to this movie. Keanu Reeves is an angel whose name is Gabriel.
Yeah,
Didn't have to look it up.
not a very unique angel name. I feel like.
No, it's not. It's not. And he's the guardian angel of texting and driving.
So if you're one of those texters and drivers,
And you've gotten in like a close call. That was him.
yeah, he was looking out for you. He tapped you on the shoulder right before you were about to slam
Just
in
so,
the
you,
back.
just so you know. And he feels a little like lost in his job. Feels like there's more he could be doing.
He falls into the trap that most of us do, is that we start comparing ourselves to other people. And he starts seeing the other angels in their jobs. They have a whole
Yeah.
meeting like most people do at their jobs once a week. And it's just kind of like no one really wants to be there, but they're just kind of giving
Yeah.
little updates on what's been going on with their
And
their
then
jobs.
you talk to the one dude who actually loves his job and is really good at it, and you're like, man, I want to be that.
Yeah, the one that everybody's like, you should be
Like
more like him.
I could do that.
Yeah, it's like your parents' favorite sibling, and they're like, you should be more like your brother or sister.
Yes.
And so he definitely sees.
Yes.
You want to look him up? I forget his name. He's the
the
he's
other
guardian
angel?
angel of like giving people purpose or something like something
It was
actually big.
quite. It was like life changing. What like your life has purpose.
Yeah. Like giving people purpose. And so Keanu sees that and he's like, man, I feel like I could be doing more than just tapping people on the shoulders.
I'm trying to find it.
But it's funny because there's a few people that we see him. He's doing his work. He definitely is just sitting in the back seat, nonplussed and bored.
Stephen McKinley Henderson. He plays Azrael.
Yes, Azrael, who is got gigantic wings,
Massive
wings,
massive wings.
and Keanu has a little wing envy.
Yeah.
His wings are little,
And that's
teeny
okay
tiny
because
wings.
it's not the size of the wing that matters. It's the heart behind the wings.
Exactly, it's the size of the heart behind the wings.
Yeah.
But not too
Not
large.
the physical
You don't
size.
want a too large of a heart because you should go see a doctor.
That is
Your
an
heart's too
actual
big, that's a
medical
problem.
condition, I think. Yeah.
But he does help Aziz. So go ahead and
Yes.
continue. He's one of the
and-
people that he saves.
So we got Aziz Ansari, who plays Arj, who is a dude who lives in LA and
Is struggling financially. Like
doesn't
most people.
is in between jobs and does DoorDash essentially. They don't call it DoorDash, but it's like Foodzer or something like that.
Yeah, and it's actually he's on an app that's interesting. It's like an odd job app where
Yeah,
people
like
can hire-
TaskRabbit.
Yeah, people can hire you to do.
Yeah, and
Whatever
he's
odd
just
job.
between those things.
He's doing a food pickup for a grand opening of a donut shop, and that's where he gets introduced to Seth Rogen's character.
Yeah, very briefly. Whose name is Jeff.
Yeah,
And everybody was waiting in this line, and they ran out of. I thought it was cinnamon rolls or something like that, buns, something like that,
maybe you
some
might be right.
pastry thing.
Some sweet pastry
Yeah,
that people
and-
love.
And they were all out, so he just stood in line for 2 hours to get nothing, essentially. And then
Yeah,
Jeff walks up and just grabs a bag from the people in the front. Is like, "Great, thanks."
Yeah, and they're like, "Hey, here's your bag
Yeah.
that we saved for you," and he's like, "What?"
And Arj is like, "Hey, well, how come that guy gets stuff?" And they go, "Oh, well, he's one of our investors," and that's.
It is what it is.
Yeah, and then we don't see Seth Rogen for like 5 minutes, probably 10
but,
minutes,
but there's a
probably.
funny moment, and sad, but it's funny because Aziz calls the guys like, "Hey man, they ran out of donuts before I got them for
Yeah,
you.
please don't cancel the order.
Yeah, please give me a good review." And he
Yeah,
doesn't. He
they just
cancels
cancel
it and gives him a low
immediately.
review or something.
Yeah. So we get to see more of Arj's life, which is just sad, but like
It's a mirror
but like
of
we
most
get
of our
it.
lives.
Yeah,
It's-
we understand.
we
It's-
are ours.
yeah, we are living in a oh man, what is it? What is it called? A gig economy. That's what. Yeah, that's the right phrase. Where you get like a small $10 task and you go deliver food or pick somebody up and drive them to the airport or go build their desk or whatever, and that's how some people make their living, which is fine. Like there's no shame in it. Obviously, if people are paying for that, there's a market for it.
Do you feel like this movie shames?
No, I don't think it shames anybody at all. I think that they do a really good job of showing how shitty the job is.
Yeah.
They even had well, I'll get to that in a moment. But Arj keeps on getting like really, really bad thing after thing happen to him. He loses his apartment, right? Or he just leaves his apartment because he can't afford it.
Yeah.
And he's
He's, like,
living in his car.
And of course he
he's
gets the
getting
call
parking tickets.
He gets the call from dad. Your cousin's doing
Yeah,
something.
your cousin works at Microsoft, and how come you haven't done anything? He's like, well, there's not really any documentaries that need an editor right now. So, well, maybe you make a documentary about your cousin. He's doing a really good job. He's like, okay, Dad,
Yeah.
thanks. That makes me feel really good. And he goes and sleeps in his car. Wakes up, does his part-time job at Home Depot. It's just Home Depot.
Yeah.
It's called Hardware Heaven, but it's Home
I think
Depot.
palette wise, it's more in line with like Lowe's, but
Or I thought it was more like an Ace Hardware with
okay.
lumber.
Oh, well, there you go.
Have you been inside an Ace Hardware?
I did not.
It's
I had an uncle that worked in Ace Hardware.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Does he still work at the
He's
Ace Hardware?
retired.
Oh.
He's retired, and he lives in Arizona.
What's it like to be retired?
I don't know. Maybe in another 80 years, by the time we get there, the retirement age will be like 80 plus.
Jarvis, don't get political on here.
Oh yeah, that's for the next one.
Yeah. Oh man. And so that's where he meets Kiki Palmer, and Kiki Palmer's trying to make a union at the Hardware Heaven so that they can get better wages.
Imagine having a job and Kiki Palmer is your coworker.
Honest to God, he clocked it immediately. She didn't want anything to do with him, and then he was like, or maybe we hang out.
Yeah, or maybe
that's how Kiki Palmer turned into the love interest, which
yeah. I mean, that's how all people meet, though. Like, generally speaking, you don't know them until you know them.
Yeah.
He just happened to be in the lunchroom, and then she sits down and is like, "Hey, we're doing this thing," and he's kind of like, "I don't care about that thing, but you're kind of cute, so maybe we should."
Yeah. So he's like, "Hey, tell me more about this union."
Yeah.
And they start hanging out.
Speaking of unions.
So they hang out a little bit, and
tacos specifically.
They went and got tacos, which looks like they literally just shot it outside of the. Have you ever? Well, I think that was kind of the point, but so in Hollywood they call it Video Village and then Craft Services, and when everybody goes to lunch, they literally just go to these little pop-up tents with whoever's making lunch. It looks exactly like that. So I think what they did was they just went, fuck it, it's nighttime.
We'll just use
blast some lights on it. We'll just use Craft Services.
Probably a great way to save money.
But
if they're already there anyways.
But anybody who knows that it looks silly, but it's fine. It really doesn't make that much of a difference story wise.
It works.
It's like a little taco place. It's a little pop up. It's fine. But very silly choice for people who know. Which most of this is shot in LA, so everybody who lives in LA knows what that looks like. Anywho, Arj gets a job or a little task to go clean out the garage of Jeff. So he drives up to this beautiful, massive mansion. Actually, I won't say beautiful because I didn't really like it the way it looked, but not my taste.
I kind of like that retro look where there's like it's all glass and there's a pool in the back and very modern for the times.
The view was great though.
View was great.
And he hears that Jeff basically straight up goes, "Hey, yeah, I really needed somebody to come clean out my garage since I fired my last assistant." And so he finishes cleaning out the garage and goes, "Hey, if you need an assistant, why don't you try me out?"
And he kind of laughs at first, like, "Oh man, you're a funny one." Yeah,
and he's like, "No, but really, I could do it." Like he's like, "Oh, there's just so many things I need to do, like this and this and this." And he said, "Okay, I can do it."
And he's like, "Okay, we'll do a trial run."
Yeah, and they do the trial run, and it goes well, and gives Arj a company credit card in case he needs to pay for random expenses while he's working.
Yeah,
as you do with an assistant, that happens. And
I wouldn't know. I've never had an assistant.
Oh, I've also never had an assistant. I've been the assistant. And y'all don't want to know how that ends because that ends with me having to do more things. Which is the good ending of being an assistant. So don't, well, I mean, if you need it, just do it, but don't be an assistant. You don't want to. I'm kind of your assistant if we think about it. If we think about it a little too hard.
Except I don't got any money to give you a credit card.
You could. It could just be an expired one.
That's true. Here's just a piece of plastic. You can't use it for anything.
Here you go, man. Yeah, it says Build a Bear on it. So a gift card from 10 years ago.
It's just going to be the punch card for your miracles that you need.
No, it's your punch card because you want me to cash my bad times in for your next miracle
exactly.
Too. Yeah, because that's how rich people do it.
That's true.
That's not a joke.
What's mine is mine and what's yours is mine.
Yeah. So I basically pay for your life, so.
Exactly. You might as well use it serving
me. Might as well, yeah. Serfdom's back.
Sad but true.
Serfdom is back.
Yeah. So he does convince him. He gets the assistant job at the
and he does a pretty good job at it for a while. And at some point he's like, "Hey, you mind if I leave a little early tonight? I got a date with Kiki Palmer." And Jeff goes, "Wearing that? No, you're not."
Because Because that's all he's got is the clothes on his back, basically.
Yeah, and so
He's
he
like, with the
lets
stain
Jeff
on
lets
it?
him borrow a jacket, and it's like, oh, where are you going? He goes, oh, we're just gonna go get tacos. He's like, didn't you just say that you met her at a taco place? And it's like, yeah. And it's like, that's too many tacos to start a relationship. You gotta go somewhere else. You should go to this really nice restaurant. You should take to this really nice restaurant
Get the steak.
and get the steak, get the ribeye. And so he does take her to the really nice restaurant, and he does not order the steak
because he saw that it was
because
like
he saw.
$100 or something like
I think
that.
it was like an $80 steak.
Yeah, something.
Something that I also, if I were out having a nice time, I would look at and go, not that nice of a time. So we can have an okay time at this nice place.
I don't think I've spent more than like $40 on the steak. So
Yeah, on an
know-
individual steak. Yeah.
I don't know
I agree.
if you spend more than that, the quality goes up unless you're getting like Japanese Wagyu.
Dude,
but like for me, I'm just like, even the $40
You're
steak,
right.
I was like, I could just make this at home.
Yeah, that's the
And I'm
that's
just
the
like-
thing is if you know how to cook and you can make like okay things, you most of the time like
a little.
the difference between a $40 steak and like an $80 steak is basically the same.
I watch enough Food Network to know how to butter baste a steak.
Yeah, you let that.
Rosemary and garlic. You know
All
what I'm
right, so we're diverging just a little bit. Here's how you make a really good steak at home without trying. You know, you don't have to try too hard.
I
Go
don't
get a
do
steak.
anything fancy either. I just cook mine on the stovetop.
Yeah, I do the
don't
same
even
thing.
Do any reverse sears or nothing like that.
No. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna go get a steak from the store. When you get back home, leave it on the counter. Right? Let it rest. Let it come to room temp. Room temp. What you're gonna do is you're gonna get your pan ripping hot.
Yes.
And if you think it's hot enough, it's not. Do not put any oil in it yet.
Yeah.
Just let it sit there on the stove, medium high heat.
Yes.
You leave it for like 10 minutes just to be safe because I've messed this one up too many times.
Yeah.
Right? You leave it there. You let it get nice and hot. You make a side while you wait. Salt and pepper the steak once it's at room
Salt and
temp.
pepper steak, yep.
All sides
Yep.
liberally. Put a little bit of olive oil, just enough to coat the bottom of the pan lightly. You don't want to overdo it.
I would say you could just oil the steak and then put your salt and pepper on the steak.
You could do
So
that
it's
too, yeah.
oiled as
You could do that too. That also works. Then you're going to place it in that ripping hot pan.
Yeah.
And contrary to popular belief, you can just pick it up and look.
Exactly.
You absolutely can pick it up and look. And if you look at it and you're like, ugh, just set it back down. You're fine.
Yeah, if it's great, you haven't left it on there long enough and your
Yep.
pan's not hot enough. It
That's
needs to be
right.
brown.
It's got to
and-
be hot.
Yeah. A nice
You want that thing
crust on it.
bubbling. And then once you feel like you got a good crust on it, you flip it over, let it sit for like a minute there, grab a little pat of room temp butter, toss it in, grab a spoon, just keep on pushing that butter right on top of it
Yep.
until it's cooked to your liking.
Yeah, and
And
you
if
can
you
put-
don't know what your liking is, wait 2 minutes, make sure that the crust looks nice, take it off.
thyme and rosemary if you like. I like a little
Or a little
rosemary.
bit of garlic. That also,
That
yeah,
too.
Sybil likes that on,
Yeah.
on her steaks.
Yeah. But if you have access to black garlic, that's also good. If
That's
you're
also good.
really into garlic.
Yeah.
Because that's an intense garlic flavor, and you can just spread it on
Yeah, you
like
can do
butter
whatever.
because it's so small.
Yeah.
Smooth.
You take it off, you place it on a rack or a cutting board or something, cover it lightly, and let it sit there for like not too long because you don't want it to get cold, but
Yeah.
enough time to let it rest. Perfect steak every time,
Every time. And
and you saved yourself $70.
exactly. Thanks for tuning in to Full Time Steak Fans.
Yeah. So I have not made steak in weeks.
I bought there's a guy that comes to my house and sells steak products,
Ooh,
frozen stuff, not high quality, but I
is
got
it the
cheapest
Omaha
ones.
steaks?
No, it's a different kind of, but it's a whole like box of steaks. And now I got low
Box of
quality steaks for
steaks.
the next couple of months.
Hell yeah,
So,
that's good. Anyways,
yeah. So he can't afford any of the food there.
they split a dish, get some wine. The bill comes $300.
Still, yeah. He's like, whoa.
And she goes, "Oh, we can split that." And he goes, "No, I've got it." And then he thinks really hard for a moment. He's like, "Nah, it should be fine," and swipes the card, which is a mistake.
Cut to
Cut to next day at work. Jeff has Arj walk in, and he goes, "Hey, Arj, did you buy yourself dinner on the company card last night?" And he went, "Yeah, about that. It was an emergency. I'm going to pay it back. It's fine." And Jeff goes, "Yeah, man, we can't work together anymore. You're fired." He goes, "What? But I'll pay it back. It's totally fine." He goes, "Yeah, we can't do that," which is completely fair in my opinion. If you're going to do something like that, ask.
Yeah.
That's like golden rule, man.
Yeah, what I was thinking when I first saw that was like, in my opinion, at the time, if he really wanted to say something, he should have said something when Jeff mentioned going to the expensive restaurant. He's like, "Look, man, I just don't have the money for that. We're just gonna
Yeah.
get tacos."
Yeah.
And then if Jeff offered like, "Hey, man, I'll cover you, or I can float you some money or whatever." Cool. But if he doesn't, you're just like, "Hey, man, sorry, I just don't have that kind of money right
Yeah.
now."
The whole
And you
problem
go do what
is communication
You live
error.
within your means.
Yeah.
Or at the very least, I probably would have just like texted Jeff and said, "Hey, man, I came to the restaurant.
Yeah.
I think it's a little out of my price range, but would you be upset if I use the company card for this meal and I'll pay you back?" If there's some kind of
If you have
communication,
full communication up front, then,
yeah, I think
then
that those
there's
two
better.
pathways would have made things a little easier. But
Yeah.
that's not how it turned out. So
Yeah.
we continue.
Contrary to popular belief, rich people aren't always assholes. And if you ask and actually, the secret to it is if you go, "Hey, man, I'd love to, but I just really can't." That's the move. That's the move, because they go, "Oh, I can make your day by doing this for you? Absolutely. Let's go do it."
Sure.
They do it. Just like Jeff did with the jacket. It's like, "Yeah, you can borrow my jacket. It's too small anyway."
Jeff, do you think that is like a Jeff Bezos reference by naming him Jeff?
No. I think it's just white guy name.
Okay. Yeah.
I think
Seth
that's what I was
Rogen is
going
a
for.
white guy.
Seth Rogen is a white guy
With a
in
white
this
guy
movie.
name.
Yeah.
Seth Rogen.
So Arj goes to Denny's and sets up his accounts again so he can go do all the DoorDash and whatever. He falls asleep because he's got really nowhere to go and stay. Oh, he gets kicked out of a parking lot. That's why he goes to the Denny's. Then he gets kicked out of the Denny's. He walks outside. His car's been repoed because of all of the parking tickets.
Yeah.
And that's his like, "Hey, this can't get any worse than this" moment. And then
Enter
Keanu Reeves, and he goes, "Arj, I
On
know,
his little
I know that you
itty-bitty
think that your life is awful, but I can show you what your future holds." And he shows him his future, which is working at an Amazon warehouse where he's the driver.
Oh yeah, and they give him we'll see, now that's a reference, I think.
That one is a direct reference to
To
the
Amazon.
piss bottles.
Yeah, because they had
Amazon
an
warehouses.
empty water bottle.
They call it
that
the
he
pee
can piss.
bottle.
Yeah, there's not really a lot of time to so.
And he and Keke Palmer are together and living in her mom's apartment with
I mean,
like basically her whole family.
huge W for him though.
Huge W for him. Yeah, upgrade for sure. And then they eventually move out to Texas in the least Texas looking townhomes I've ever seen in my life.
It looked a little more like Arizona. Or New
It did
Mexico.
look. It looked like they didn't go very far. Yeah,
Yeah.
it looked like they did not
could
go
have just
very
stayed
far.
in LA. To be honest
I've
with you.
seen those. I think I've seen those exact apartments.
Yeah.
in LA when Sybil and I went, and while they are out, they have a dog and they have to put the dog down.
because they can't
And
afford
so
the bills.
they come out of the little dream, and Arj goes, "Oh, what
Look how
what
great
the
you have
hell,
so
man?
much to live for.
You should. I get a dog, but I have to put it down.
Yeah.
Like this is none of this is
He's like,
great.
we're so poor that we have to live at her mom's house.
Yeah, this is not what I want to like Jeff has it really easy. He's like, "Oh, if you think Jeff's life's so good, let's go take a look, huh?" And then
Yeah.
he
Freaky
shows
Fridays
him, and Freaky Fridays him for like a day. No, it was like a week.
Yeah, it was weird.
Yeah, and
Kinda
at the end of
it
yeah,
backfires on
it's so silly because he shows up and he goes, "See, it's not as good as you thought it was it?" And he
He's
goes,
like,
"You're
"It's hard
right,
too."
it wasn't. It's so awesome."
It's better
so
than
awesome.
I imagined.
Yeah, so I haven't had to worry about anything. He goes, "No, well, you have to go back to your life." And he goes, "What if I don't want to?" And he goes, "Well, you have to want to go back to it." And he goes, "Great, I don't,
So I don't have to go back, right?
but you don't understand. I'm going to lose my wings and I'm going to be in big trouble." I was like, sorry, man. I'm not going back. So, so Arj is now in Jeff's house in Jeff's life, and Jeff is Arj's assistant and does not know any
And
better.
Arj is the only one that knows that his life was what it used to be.
Yeah,
But everybody else is like, oh, this is how it's always been.
yeah. So Arj,
Starts living it up.
quite literally lives it up. And at some point, Keanu loses his wings and is turned into a human. And he goes to Arj and is like, you have to want your life back, man. You have to want your life back because like we can't keep this going. And at some point touches Jeff, and then Jeff remembers that it's actually his house and his money and everything
In his life.
in his life, and Arj has just stolen it, and so they come to an agreement that he'll hang out for it's like another week or whatever.
Yeah.
It was a set amount of time, and then they just switch back, and in between now and then, Jeff just has to
'Cause he
live
was like-
Arj's life.
Because he was like, I want to take her on Keke Palmer's character on vacation. So I want to take her
Yeah.
on vacation. He's like, okay. Then after that,
He's like, let me
we'll
live it up
switch.
just for a weekend.
Yeah.
And then they were going to switch back. And so Jeff's like, fine, I can live your life. That's fine. Turns out that's really hard to do because he's barely got a car and no job and no prospects. And Jeff's like, no, I'm self-made. I can do this. Kind of learns that that's not how that works.
Yeah, he's like, I have all the knowledge of all the smart stuff that I did.
Yeah.
He's like, I'll just go to the
Yeah, I'll
company.
just go to
and
my
tell them,
company.
and they'll hire me back and they'll have money.
And then they threatened to call the police because they thought that he was stealing information from them.
yeah. And they kicked him out.
Yeah, so-
Expeditiously.
Yeah, expeditiously.
Kicked him to the curb.
Yep. So
So
their
they
life
have to find-
sucks.
Yeah, so they have to find jobs, and Keanu Reeves ends up
He
being
has a dishwasher. Yeah.
And he meets the sweetest guy ever.
He also has one of the best lines. I know it's later in the movie, but one of the best lines, which is, "Man, I used to be an angel, and now I'm a chain smoker." Which,
It's so
So
funny because
good.
I forget the character's name, but the guy that he washes dishes with at that restaurant is like the sweetest man
yeah,
ever.
best man ever. He's like, "Oh, you're depressed? I know what can help you," and he takes him out dancing.
Yeah, he does.
Him and his wife,
Yeah,
and shows him all the happy, fun things about life.
Yeah, and
Feeds him a taco.
yes, and before that, there's a scene where, him and his dishwasher buddy, he gets his first check and he's like, "Where's all the money?"
Yeah,
It's like everybody's first check experience.
That
He's
is
like, "Oh yeah,
everyone's
the
first
government took all this." He's like, "But I
I need to live.
yeah, I can't afford to live on this." And he's like, "Yeah, and you might need to get another job." And he's like, "Another job? What am I gonna like? When do I have time to do another job?" And he's like, "I have 3 jobs." I was like, "Oh,
Which I understand very well.
yeah." So it's very realistic.
Yeah.
I would say, his first check. That moment, I think we can all relate to.
Oh, for sure.
We all gotten our first check and been like,
So there's
Wait a
something
minute.
wrong here.
"Wait a minute, I'm missing like $50."
Yeah. So I didn't agree to all of these other things.
Yeah. So, and as you get older, it turns into
It's
hundreds.
the social contract.
Yeah.
Hundreds.
Yeah, hundreds of dollars
Jesus, man.
after taxes and
Mine's-
Medicare and all that stuff.
I think mine's in the hundreds. You're right.
Yeah, I know.
And it sucks. It sucks every time.
Yeah,
It sucks every time.
yeah. But they go dancing and and he
Yeah, he
gets
shows
to,
them the little things.
yeah, he gets to enjoy the good things about being a human,
Yeah.
which is tasting food and
Making
he loves,
friends.
Yeah, he loves hamburgers and
As he should.
yeah, and ice cream
And
shakes
tacos.
yeah, and tacos. He's very into tacos, which of course he would be.
Yeah, why wouldn't you be? Tacos are great. Meanwhile, Arj is living it up.
He's still enjoying being rich.
Has not. There was at one point where he was like, "Okay, well, if you're having such a good time, wait until you see how Jeff's job works." And then he goes to a meeting, which is with
It's
his
just
friend at this
lunch
really
with
nice
another guy.
sushi place,
Yeah,
and they talk about business for like 45 seconds and have a really expensive meal. And Arj is like,
he's like,
"Yeah,
"Hey."
I can do that."
Yeah, and then he's like, "Hey, I got lunch," and the other guy's like, "This is a business meeting. We'll put it on the company card."
Yeah, which is very It's supposed to show the dynamic of like, oh, you can't spend $300, but you can spend like $1,000 on a random lunch
Yeah,
on the business card, which is Yeah.
it's the world. That's how it
It
works.
is I think the whole purpose of Jeff's type of rich is that it's supposed to show the like you really did not earn this amount of wealth. You
Right.
you stumbled into it.
Either right place, right time, or your parents had money. And
Right. And that was
connections.
another thing too, is like I know what it's like to have
yeah.
it rough because I came from nothing. He's like, what'd your parents do?
Yeah. Oh, exactly.
My father was a doctor and my mother was a
lawyer.
lawyer at a really nice law firm.
Yeah.
But I'm still self-made. He just invests his parents' money into other things and made a bunch of money off of it. That's
Which
happened.
is how it usually happens.
Yeah.
mean, you
It's
look
either
at-
generational wealth or trust fund money that lets you stumble into the look. The old adage is, how do you make $1 million? You lose 10.
Or you
start with 11. You lose 10.
or you get $100,000 loan from your parents, like Jeff Bezos did.
Yeah.
Or your
Joe,
dad is a
okay,
rich mogul,
not
like
to-
Trump's dad.
Not to
Or
not to say anything about Jeff Bezos, but he at least made the website.
yeah.
Some of these other guys are just like, hey, what if we took Uber Eats and we made robots deliver them instead?
Yeah. Or I just pretend that I started this electric car company, but actually these other guys did. And I just bought it from them and became the face and kicked them out.
Who could you be talking about there?
Like that reminds me of
I put my
The
parents'
Founder.
money. I put my parents' money into an app that lets people transact money from a website
Yeah.
that somebody else built, and then I sold it for billions
Yeah.
or $1 billion. Who could we be talking about?
I don't know.
Those are the types of people that those are the kinds of rich people that they're talking poorly on. Is you don't actually work for this money and you pretend like you've earned it, and the actual statement, which is not to get political, Jarvis.
Oh my gosh, we wouldn't dream.
The actual statement that's being said here is that if you have so much money that you don't know what to do with, if you're making, and I've put price points on it. I've said, like, if you're making more than like 10 million a year, you are undeniably abusing other people in the function of getting that money.
Yeah.
Like you are taking advantage of other people that are putting that money
I
into
actually
your
think
pocket.
I think it could go a lot.
It could
lower
probably be a lot lower.
than- to be honest with you, because yeah, I mean, to me, a dream is like, what do you mean, like 6 figures a year? That's crazy. Like,
Yeah, that's
I can't even
nice.
imagine that.
Yeah.
That's how far away I am from $1 billion.
The recent census labor statistics say that to live comfortably in this current economy takes $260,000 a year.
Which is double what I would be okay with just making right now.
Yeah. Yeah, I think at one point I said that amount of money would be like the top end amount of money that I would want to live off of to never have to worry about it again.
Yeah.
And apparently that's comfortable now.
Dude, I know. I was like, if I was making
That's
200K,
crazy.
like I would be
Yeah, that's why, like, I could sit here with my family and not work. Money.
Exactly.
That's
I just can't even imagine that. But
and
anyways,
apparently that's just the standard. Yeah, you can get a house,
yeah, I know, right? Oh man,
maybe afford a car,
maybe.
maybe two if you have two people in the household.
Yeah.
So,
maybe.
anyways, all of this culminates into a bunch of schemes with Jeff trying to make money and
we really start seeing
Arj
him.
trying to not convince himself that his old life is better.
And we see that through Kiki's character,
Yes.
who she doesn't have money, but Arj is able to like bring her into his wealth, but she still feels out of place. Or like the difference between her and Arj is like she recognizes the place that she's in and it's not satisfactory. But
Yeah.
she also is still strongly holding on to her values. And like Arj is like, He's
Yeah,
comparing
at the end
himself.
of the day, it's still her life.
He's comparing himself to himself, and he's like, "This is the worst." And it
Yeah,
arguably
no,
it's bad.
he's correct.
It's bad.
It's pretty bad.
But Kiki's character, what's her name? What's her character's name?
I don't know. You and I keep on calling her Kiki.
I know. But she's just like,
She
hey,
is.
we need a fight to unionize, and
Elena.
Elena, we need a fight to still do these things, and she's
Look at
going
this
to.
picture that she has as her IMDb
Oh, come
profile
on.
picture.
Ridiculous. But anyways, Elena, and she's still like, she's like, hey, I can't go this weekend.
Yeah,
because we're doing a rally or something.
The whole like point of the movie is culminated into when Arj goes, "Hey, spontaneous thing. Do you want to go to Paris this weekend?" And she goes, "Oh, I'd really love to, but I can't because that's when we're supposed to vote on if we're unionizing."
Right.
And I put all this. It took so much effort to put it all together. I can't just abandon it last minute. He goes, "Well, why not?"
I can't let everybody down. She's like,
Yeah.
I've invested in this. If I'm not there, then like,
Yeah.
what's it gonna come across to everybody else? Like, I don't even believe in the thing
Yeah.
that I've been fighting for. Like,
And he says, "Well, why not?" And she goes, because this is my life.
yeah.
Like, regardless of what your life is like, and you live in a different world than I do,
I still have
this
to
is
go back
mine.
to this. Yeah.
And I love it, and I wouldn't change it for anything because
Yeah.
I work hard for it.
And that's so real because like sometimes the perspective we need in life comes from somebody different than us.
Yeah,
And even someone that we admire or maybe don't, but it's like,
did you grow up with a rich friend? Because I did. We're like,
no. I mean, more well off, yes, but I don't think I've.
okay, so
I don't know that I've ever known anybody like that was like rich.
So I don't know if this is digressing too much into what should probably be the third part of this video, but I'm going to do it anyway. So no, okay. Remind me to talk about the rich friend. We're almost at the movie.
Okay.
I grew up with a rich friend, so I kind of understand this one a bit. I know Kiki's point because it was a weird, jarring difference in my life. But so Arj takes that and is like, "Oh, I'm wrong, I guess." He doesn't really get the point, but he
No.
knows that he said something wrong. But he doesn't get it, and so he just moves on and continues living the
He's
luxury
only
life.
thinking about I don't have a lot of time left, and like this is the last time that
Yeah, because
I
he
can
thinks
take
that
you
at the end
someplace
of the weekend it's gonna
right,
change.
and that's when he comes up with his little scheme.
Yeah, well, yes, some accident does happen. What was the accident? He gets in an accident, like the day that they're supposed to switch back, and is in a coma.
I think he gets into a car accident, isn't it?
Yes, because he was texting and driving.
Yeah, and
That's what happened.
And Keanu Reeves, Gabriel was no longer
Yeah, because
the angel of
yes,
protecting people from texting.
That is
and driving.
correct.
Yes, it all comes from.
it does all come full circle. So Arj is in a coma, and now Jeff is sitting there like,
Sorry, another.
we're supposed to switch back.
Another thing too. Gabriel, Keanu Reeves' character, the angel, was supposed to protect
Kiki.
Elena from backing into something, a light pole.
Yeah, and
or
it
another
didn't.
person.
It didn't. Yeah, that didn't happen, which is why he got his wings taken away.
That's why he's got his wings because he was so focused on Arj and like
Yeah.
his situation that he neglected his duties to protect Elena
Yes.
and keep them on
That's-
the path together.
Yeah, because that's what was supposed to happen.
Yeah.
So Arj is in a coma. Jeff loses his shit and is like literally shouting at Gabriel, like, "I want to talk to God. God, it's Jeff."
Take me to your
I need to
manager.
get- yeah, I need to
speak your
talk to
manager
them.
right now.
And they're just having to tough it out for another couple of weeks until
yeah, 'cause Arj is like-
eventually gets out of coma. And so Arj wakes up from his coma and is like, "Oh, I'm still rich.
Yeah.
This is awesome." And they go, and he goes, "Hey," to one of theirs, he goes, "Hey, do people normally get memory loss or anything with this?" And hands him a pamphlet. And so he orders like food for delivery.
Completely forgets.
Jeff shows up, and Jeff goes, "What the heck, dude? We're supposed to switch back." And he goes, "Oh, do you know me?" They said this might happen after the accident. Yes, I was in a coma. Here's a pamphlet. It's about memory loss. And he's like, "What's happening? What are you talking about?" He falls for it. Then they do he has a big birthday party, which is supposed to be Jeff's 40th birthday party. There's like a little bit about a dance that he had to learn and paid a bunch of money for it to impress his friends. And Jeff shows up to basically steal one of his watches so that he can pawn it so that they can live off of the money because it's his watch. So
It's like
not
couple
stealing.
$100,000. but-
Yeah, I think it was a $250,000 watch or
Yeah.
whatever that he bought for his birthday.
Yeah, without even blinking, he was just like, "Oh yeah,
Yeah, easy.
yeah."
And when he finally gets upstairs to steal it, Arj gets the gun out of the safe, shoots him in the arm, and
Well, I think
everything starts to unravel.
Well, I think part of it, he realizes that Arj was lying because he saw a bunch of people there that shouldn't have been, like his buddy from the Ace Hardware,
Yeah,
and his dad was there at the party,
yeah,
and like a bunch of other,
people
he's
that you
like,
shouldn't
"Wait a
know
minute."
about.
Yeah,
yeah.
I think he realized
I didn't
that.
catch on to that, but you did, which is great because I didn't catch on to that. But yeah, he's like, "What's happening? What's going on here? Like, this is weird." And then he gets shot in the arm, and Arj goes, "Oh my god, I thought I was being robbed. I don't know." He goes, "What? Why? What? You shot me?" And he goes, "Yeah, you said don't think, just shoot." So, so you remember then?
Oh,
So you remember?
yeah.
you've
You remember
been
when I
lying
said
this whole
that?
time.
Did you?
And so they go to Gabriel and they're like, we gotta switch back. So Arj switches back and it doesn't happen. And Gabriel goes, yeah, it's because Arj needs to want his old life back. And Jeff's like, nobody said this was a part of the deal. I thought the whole part of the deal was that he has to say it.
That's when it really sets in on him that like, okay,
Like,
this is
they're fucked.
impossible.
Yeah,
This is-
they're fucked.
well, I'm never getting my old life back.
Yeah.
He has to want his old life.
Yeah.
Because Jeff has been living his life for the
Yeah,
past couple
it's
of weeks, and
awful.
he's like, this is the worst life ever.
And so Arj comes to an agreement that they can all just hang like buddies
Yeah.
and live the lavish life all together and get tacos and go dance. And Keanu Reeves, Gabriel, ends up outside on a bench with Arj, and it's like, man, I don't know what to do because I like being a person, and I like having my friends. I like you, and I like Jeff, and I like my coworker, and this is nice, but it's not my life.
Yeah, because what I think, so there's a bunch of realizations that happen. The first one was Jeff is like, oh, I'm probably never getting my life back.
Yeah,
The other one was at the end of the party, before he shoots Jeff, Elena is there and she's catering his party. And again, it's another one of those gut checks that like, hey, like she's actually a good person.
yeah,
And like she cares about people because she was ready to give up. And then I think Arj was able to kind of be like, no, don't.
no, you got to go try again.
Like, I know it didn't work this time, but you got to keep fighting. And so now when he had to be the voice of reason, he was making the right choice. And then for Gabriel, his was his coworker at the dishwasher. He saved that guy's wife from texting earlier in the movie.
Which is why
And
he was like,
realized
my
that.
life is important. Like my regular life.
Like even though it's
matters.
a small job, it's an important job. And so I think that's the moment that snapped him out because he saw the joy on his coworkers' faces. They danced, and he got to see her dance, and I think they danced together even, but maybe not. But he just saw like, oh, I've saved her life from texting because she was texting and driving, and I helped make sure she didn't crash and die, and she's, a mom and a wife to my buddy now. So there's a bunch of realizations happening.
Yeah, and then just the part that I said earlier that it kind of just didn't. It kind of just felt like, okay, well, the movie needs to end. So Arj was like, I do want my old life back, and I do mean it. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. He gets why he should,
Yeah.
but I don't think he actually does. But hey, the movie had to end, so
That was the most unbelievable part for you, right?
yeah, for sure,
Yeah.
for sure it was.
Not Kiki Palmer liking him.
Okay, so maybe second.
I'm just kidding.
Kiki Palmer could have done so much better.
Someone like Sean Evans.
Yeah, absolutely. Have you seen his bald head? He's a cute man.
I saw them kiss.
I did too. And I was very happy for him and a little mad at the same
Nobody
time.
was happier for Sean Evans in that moment than Sean Evans. I promise you that.
It's true. It's very true.
If anybody was out
there's
there
no
living the dream, it was Sean Evans. On that
Sean
day.
Evans did not want to switch back to his old life after that.
I wonder how many times he's rewatched that episode.
Oh man!
I'm sure 1 million of the views. On
Don't
that
you
video are
hate
his
watching
own.
other people live your dreams? So,
Every time I sit on this couch with you, I'm living mine. So
oh wow, how sweet! It's hot in here, and that's my only
I wouldn't
complaint.
trade this for
I would
$1
trade.
billion.
I would trade. Whoa, Jarvis, I gotta tell you something. You absolutely
Mike was
should
like, the feeling is not mutual.
trade it immediately. Don't even. That's not even generational wealth. That's like, hey man, nobody that you know has to live in strife ever. That's crazy money.
Michael was like, I'd make that deal immediately.
You could think of everyone you've ever interacted with and give them each $1 million, and you'd still be set for life.
All right, you're
Do you
right.
know-
I take it back.
Do you know 1 million people off the top of
I
your
don't even
head?
know 1 million people.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh my gosh. Okay, fair.
That's so much money. Okay, so now that Jarvis knows that he shouldn't switch back,
Your point proven.
thank you. That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
That's like more than a lot of money.
Yeah.
That's like you killed a billionaire and got away with what? I mean, hey, actually, brilliant idea. Kill a billionaire, take their money, bail yourself out.
Hey. You didn't hear that from us.
I'm just saying, has it not worked before? Anyways, our switches back. For some reason, everybody's life goes back to normal, and
I think if you imagine that he
it just
switches,
happens.
I think you imagine he switched back for Kiki Palmer, then I think it makes a little more sense.
Yes, I did. We did say that the whole time. It's like you wouldn't even change back. You fumble Kiki Palmer and you don't change back immediately. What are you talking about, man?
Sean Evans would never.
Sean Evans would never.
So yeah. So then and then we get a little moment where
Dude, we're so far behind on this video. We're an hour in.
oh man, we're usually not. Oh, you know what? I like this movie, and I think there's
yeah,
a
that's
lot.
fine.
There's a lot of details. to discuss.
They switch back. Their lives get marginally better. Arj gets to the place where his car got impounded and sees that the tickets are all paid off, which is like $300.
Yeah,
Because Jeff got one of the tickets in the mail and was like, "Yeah, I'll just pay these,"
yeah,
which is
because
nice.
he realized because he got his car towed away when he was living Arj's life.
He understood.
And then also that was another good moment that I like because Keanu was like, "Yeah, didn't you know that when you fired Arj, his car got towed away and he didn't
was
have
like,
a
"Dude, I
vehicle
didn't know
anymore to
that."
make money and move around?" Like, oh shoot! So he had a little moment.
Yeah,
of
so he got
empathy.
to remember, which they weren't supposed to. I don't think so.
No,
Either way, Arj lived out his life, started a revolution inside of the Amazon warehouse, and got a
I feel
better
like
gig.
that,
and
that last part was just
whatever.
poor people's what does he call it? Fever dream of like,
yeah,
oh, the rich guy.
Well,
now
there
has a
was-
conscience and he's gonna like make sure that everything's paid fairly now, and like,
yeah.
hey, we're just gonna make less money at the top.
I think it was fine that Jeff paid the $300 for the thing. I feel like that was like.
The least.
Yeah, and it's literally it's so hand wavy that you're like, yeah, if he didn't, that'd suck.
Yeah.
But he didn't have to, and that was also kind of the point. And whatever. I think there was a story about an Amazon warehouse that got so fed up with the whole pee bottle thing that they started throwing the pee bottles all over the place, like open,
Yeah, maybe.
which would have been a great scene for this movie, but that's fine too. If they didn't, that's okay. I would have preferred the pee revolution.
Yeah, I think it does show Arj at that future where he's getting the pee bottle though.
Yeah.
But he writes on the whiteboard,
Yeah, that he quits.
yeah, that he quits, and
then everybody else
joins
quit.
him. Yeah, which there was that. There have been major walkouts and protests.
Mm-hmm.
What do they call them?
Protests?
Not, but
It's unionizing. That's what they're
I
doing.
guess yeah. So they just said, hey, a strike. They're on strike.
Oh yes, they're on strike.
That's what I mean.
Yes.
Like, they're on strike.
Like
So-
like how the Starbucks all unionized and then Starbucks closed all the unionized Starbucks
which is
down.
pretty illegal, by the way. But you know, hey,
Well, I mean, crime's legal now, so it's fine.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Rich people can't do.
If you
can't
make
do
enough
crimes.
money, It's fine.
Yeah.
That's that movie. That's the movie. So my rich friend.
I was gonna say before you get into your rich friend, I'll say we did kind of because like one of the first things I think towards the end I leaned over and I was like, this kind of feels like you could take it as rich people just saying, hey, you're poor, but you should still like your life because there's so much to live for. And like,
that is, well, that's always the purpose of the like It's a Wonderful Life or A Christmas Carol type movies where it's like, look at what your life would be like if you lived a different one. It's supposed to be like your life's a good life, and this one just
and you don't need money to have it a good life. You can just stay where you are and be poor and like be miserable. And it does feel
very, wow, look at these rich comedians telling us poor people that they understand how hard it is for us to live.
Yeah, you could definitely take it that way. I didn't, but I still see that avenue as like a thing you can take from it.
I also get it, and I choose to see it like that.
Yeah,
it's a little,
I'm choosing to see it,
and I'm gonna see if I can find a nice piece of information that'll solidify that to both of us.
Okay. Well, while you're doing that, can you multitask and tell us about rich friend situation too, or no?
Yeah. So, when I was 12, I met a kid in my class who
we'll call him Richie Rich.
We'll call him Jeff. So it fits.
His name is Jeff.
And the first time I went over to his house, it was in one of those, like, it was a gated community with a guard.
Ooh.
Have you been to those before?
Yeah. I've been to the Dominion before.
True. And those, I didn't know because I was like 12, but like now I know that there's four different types of communities. You've got the apartments that are next to the highway.
Or trailer parks, which is where
you've got non-gated neighborhoods. You've got gated automatic gate communities. And then you've got guarded communities.
Yeah, people actually, their job is to make sure that poor people get it. There's actually actually people, not just a gate.
Actual, and that was what that neighborhood was.
And if you are poor and you're getting, it's because you're delivering something or providing a service for the people inside.
That is correct.
Also, there's a back entrance for those people, by the way. There is. Because there's
a secondary gate, yeah.
Yeah. You have to go off the main road and go in the back way to get in.
Which is the way that they get in from like the like, I mean, over here, it's like the roads that you see in the hills.
Oh, yeah.
That are like 30 minutes out because nobody drives them. So it was in one of those, and you drive up, and it's like I think the house was probably on like 5 acres. And this isn't like middle of nowhere. Yeah. This is like Stone Oak. 5 acres in Stone Oak is insane.
I can't even imagine.
And beautiful house, 10 bedrooms, 6 bathrooms, a pool, a second pool, a built-in hot tub, and everybody in his family had a car. So his mom, his older brother, his middle brother, and him all had a car. His dad was off doing whatever his day. He worked in travel. That's all I knew. That's all he knew. So I had actually no idea what his dad did. And when his dad came into town, he would take whoever was at the house in whatever clothes they were wearing, because we usually just wear like sweatpants and Crocs. And he would drive us all over to Chamagaucha, which is one of those Brazilian steakhouses, and pay for these 6 teenagers and himself to eat at this
unlimited steak,
$55 at the time per person steakhouse, which is now $85 per person. Yeah. And he would talk to his friend who was the owner of the restaurant, who would get him like nice bottles of wine and whatever. And sometimes, if we were lucky, he would take us from Chama to Canyon Lake. He would drive us up in his Maserati, which was parked in his second house that he owned, that I did not know until I was an adult, because I was like, oh, they got like another house for something, I guess. Second house, where he parks his Maserati and his Ferrari that are both being charged because they're both electric in that house. And we would drive up to the lake where we would get on his boat and water ski for the entire day.
I had a few friends that had an upstairs in their house.
Yeah, so his upstairs had 3 staircases.
Yeah, I think
and a bridge.
I literally slept on a fold out foam mattress on the floor in my house in my trailer that I grew up in.
And then when I was done hanging out with him, I would go back home to the midst of my parents getting divorced in our small house that we had just lost to the 2008 housing crisis. And my dad getting his car repossessed because of said housing crisis.
Yeah.
So I understand. And it's weird and jarring to think about now because it's like, oh, I could just go hang out with my rich friend. Which, to be honest, good on my parents for just being like, yeah, go over there, whatever you want, whatever, go over there. I actually have a permanent scar on the back of my calf because I burned it on the Ferrari exhaust, helping his dad get stuff out of the back of the car once.
Wow, you've got a Ferrari burn.
I've got a Ferrari burn.
I've got a scar on my ankle from my foot getting caught in a bicycle chain in Korea while my dad was riding the bike and I was sitting on the back. So kind of wraps around.
We've all got it. Yeah, we've got our own differences.
So, anyways, that's Good Fortune.
All that was for me to say the jarring difference of the like. Yeah, you can go hang out with your rich friends and then go back home and be like, this is my life and I like it. It's fine. I don't talk to that friend anymore, but that's for different reasons.
Yeah.
His family was always very nice to me, just to be clear. His mom is a lovely woman.
Yeah. It's easy being nice when you're not worried about if you can pay the bills.
Yes.
So,
and I'll tell you what, one of those days we were just coming back from the lake. Everybody went to bed, and I hung out with his dad for like 30 minutes, and he gave me some very nice life advice, and I do not remember a word of it.
Yeah. So, speaking of words you won't remember, would you recommend this movie?
We gotta.
You gotta do your
Jarvis. How much money do you think this movie costs? The answer may
20,
shock you.
20 million.
30.
30. Okay.
$30 million for this movie.
Not bad.
For a couple of
how much
rich
how much
people
will it make? We should make a prediction on this one.
Ooh, I like that game.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say opening weekend it's gonna make 10.
Really? I think it'll.
It might do less.
I'm gonna say that it's gonna do 24 million.
Okay.
I want to say that it's gonna.
I think Lifetime it will. I want to say it'll probably make like 50. I don't think it'll.
I want it to
be
make,
a success.
I want it to make at least 85.
Okay. I like that you want it to.
Yeah.
So I'll agree with the wanting it to, and I'm going to stick with my I think it will make 55.
Okay. There you have it.
Is that fair?
Yeah. We'll have to revisit this prediction.
Yeah, because that's fun, and you can say what you need to, and I'm gonna
do this.
Yeah, I know it's really fun. There's no information; it's not out yet. That's great.
I would say that. Okay, for me, I'm going to rewatch it in theaters, I would say, but it's definitely a catch in theaters. That's what I would say. It's a fun night out with you going alone or with your buddies or with your significant other. You'll have a good time. Dinner and a movie, I think it's a perfect movie for that. You know what I mean?
Yes. Sorry, I was looking up another thing because I wanted to.
So I want to say see it in theaters so that it can help get to that 85 million. That's my. What do you say?
I'd say go watch it. Yeah. Okay. So what I wanted to look up is if, in fact, the theory of look at these rich comedians telling us poor people that they understand and that we should like our lives because it's the ones we got. Seth Rogen allegedly got paid $8 million for his role in this movie. Aziz Ansari got $2 million for this movie. Keke Palmer got $750,000. Sandra Oh made $300,000. Keanu Reeves $2 million. Which, according to what they're all saying, that's most of the budget of this movie, because they're saying the budget on this is $15 million. I think the 30 is probably more accurate.
Yeah.
So I don't know where they're getting these numbers, but that's
It's a pretty good payday for most of them.
Hey, $8 million more dollars than I've earned
Sure.
in a movie
Sure.
for Seth Rogen.
So
what do you
Thanks for
think
hanging
in the
out.
comments? Is this movie does this movie have a good meaning and a good moral and tell you that you should love your life in the way it is because you have meaning and you're important, or do you think it's just another one of those weird out of touch movies where a bunch of millionaires tell you that you should like your life because you're poor and you should continue liking your poor life because
hey, you might find a pretty person to be with, even though
you
your dog will die.
might
Even though your dog's gonna die.
you might run into Kiki Palmer at one of your jobs. Which, first of all, why not $1 million? Just give her $1 million.
Yeah, exactly.
You're already 3/4 of the way there.
They're
She
not.
carried half of the movie.
They're not really helping out the whole women get paid less.
No,
thing.
literally
Yeah.
not less than half of what her same level co-stars.
Yep.
Anyways,
Yeah. Anyways,
Go see-
Sean Evans would
go see Good Fortune.
Sean Evans would have given her
Tell us
$2 million.
Tell us if you think that it's okay that the millionaires want you to enjoy being poor.
And on that note, we hope that your day is everything you dreamed it to be and more.
And how? Hey, look good over there.
Look real good.
Have you thought about sharing your kindness with others?
Share the love.
Maybe like the video. Click on that subscribe button. And show your friends.
Yeah, just touch it ever so lightly, that like button. Move over to the subscribe button. Maybe tap your keyboard just a little bit. Leave a comment. Bye.
That's it.